Character of the week. So, today's character week is not a character, it's a movement. It's a cultural phenomenon. Blaxploitation films. Now, I'm specifically trying to say blaxploitation because I know someone, I'm not gonna name names on the show, but they would definitely mess it up. However, I'm here to set the record straight. Blaxploitation is black and exploitation combined because we love making up words. Blaxploitation. It's a black thing. If I had to describe blaxploitation films, Black AF is the best way I can think of. For us, by us. Now, again, it didn't have a lot of Hollywood glitz and glamour because they wasn't backed up by Hollywood. So they had a lot of DIY, punk, grindhouse style to a lot of the filmmaking. Some records would say Melvin Van Peebles' Sweetback Badass Revenge would be one of the first of the blaxploitation films. He was a black film director, he was a star. And then you had like the classics such as like Shaft, Dolomite, Superfly, and my personal favorite, Black Belt Jones. What the 70s is to me is what the 90s is to a lot of the kids nowadays. Now, anyone who knows me knows that I love bad movies on purpose. Like, I love like low budget films to kind of laugh at sometimes, but you know, especially like how they redid it. And I remember just looking at all these films and kind of just chuckling. In my millennial mindset, I was like, yo, these movies is whack. Why are we all making a big deal about it? And my dad explained to me, at the time, yeah, we knew they were bad. We knew they were terrible then too. And I was like, but if they were terrible, why'd y'all support it so much? Or why do y'all go so ham about it? Because back then, that's all we had. So think about that. They knew that these movies were terrible, but that was the only chance that people were going to see black people as lead actors, black people as directors, black soundtracks, black sound designers, black stuntmen. The whole thing was funded and crowdsourced by black people. And the only way that we were ever going to show support to it is by going to the theaters and going crazy over it. I mean, at the time, racial tension was still pretty high. So you're seeing like people on film karate kicking cops. It was a fantasy high that that would never happen in real life, but just to see that stuff played out on the screen was shocking and exhilarating and empowering. You had black women who were doing lead roles, you had black men who were doing lead roles, and what that did, especially with the money, if you know how Hollywood works, it showed Hollywood that there can be black leads and it actually be successful. To this day, the cultural impact of blaxploitation films is still felt. Throughout the 80s, there was a couple of them, from parodies like I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, Black Dynamite, the remake of Superfly, Action Jackson, Original Gangsters. The list can go on as far as blaxploitation films that are still happening. But as someone who's a film creator, content creator, a film director, and stuff like that, I definitely salute the blaxploitation films. Now, back to the show.
Like, share, subscribe.